Chuck Grassley and Randy Feenstra were the only Iowans to vote against the Respect for Marriage Act. Democrats had pushed this to protect the right to same-sex marriage and interracial marriage. Now, this past week, Senator Grassley talked on the Senate floor about Hunter Biden, the president's son. Some of this follows a 2020 story by the New York Post regarding alleged leaked contents from Hunter Biden's laptop. That's where a lot of this conversation began. I asked Grassley why he has mentioned the need to investigate Hunter Biden numerous times since then.
Well, I started the investigation 1 year before the last presidential election. And 2 months before the presidential election, I and Senator Johnson put out documents that showed questionable practices by people with Biden as their last name and interactions with members of the Communist Party, energy executives of a Chinese company, people that had connection to the Chinese military. And at the points that we put those reports out in September of 2020 and then a follow-up one in November of 2020, it raised questions about could there be any compromise of national security for their interaction with communist leaders of China. And it's just a question that we could raise at that time. But I think later on, leading up till March of this year, and there's 3 speeches that we gave on the floor late March up to April 5th of this year, showing the financial documents that show big payments to Hunter Biden and to James Biden. One of $5 million, and then stipends over several months of $100,000 to Joe Biden, to Hunter Biden, and then to Jim Biden. If I've said the president's name someplace in here, I didn't mean to do that. So then it does continue to raise those questions. So now, the reason I gave a speech on it today and the statement came out is because we now know that the Hunter Biden New York Post was held up by Twitter, sometimes by the intervention of the FBI or a person by the name of Jim Baker that was general counsel to the FBI and then went to Twitter. He stopped anything about the Hunter Biden thing that might affect the election of 2020. So it's a big thing because you shouldn't have the government interfering and keeping anything that might involve an election from the American people. And so now we have Elon Musk buying Twitter and putting these emails out and these documents out so we know it's an actual fact. And then you get back to something else that involves me and Johnson personally. During the time that we were letting this information out, either through our reports or through subsequent investigations we did, we were accused by Democrats in the United States Senate of spreading Russian disinformation. Now everybody knows that that turned out to be a lie, and these facts are coming out, and it's just important in government to have transparency because the public's business ought to be public. And when the FBI's interfering in elections for political purposes, it seems to me something we have to put a stop to.
So if Grassley wants an investigation into whether Hunter Biden's done anything illegal or improper as a way to benefit from his father's name, then what about Donald Trump's son-in-law? The New York Times reported that Jared Kushner's business received a $2 billion investment from a fund headed by the Saudi crown prince. So does that merit investigation?
Congress has a responsibility of 2 things. One, to pass laws spending money, and secondly, to make sure that the executive branch of government lives up to the law. And anything that falls in that category, you're going to see, if Congress is doing their job, you're going to see it investigated. Yes.
All right, coming up next, the Quick Six with some history on the way for Iowa Democrats.